Okay, Giants fans, man, let's get into it. Off-season moves being made today. Toy Lolo being brought back on a restructured deal. I'm going to give you guys reasons why you shouldn't be going off the deep end about Toy Lolo coming back. It's actually a pretty good move. I'm going to tell you why, so let's get into it.
I feel super high.
What's going on, Big Blue Nation? What's going on, Facebook? What's going on, YouTube? Thank you for tuning back in to Big Pat Sports Talk. We got a little bit of talk today about the New York Giants, a little off-season moves made today. We're going to restructure Levine Toilolo. You know, we got Kevin Zeitler on the trade block. Rumors of Evan Ingram being on the trade block. We got the franchise tag or re-signing Leonard Williams. We got Dalvin Tomlinson to worry about. Are we trying to get a number one receiver? What do we do at backup running back? Are we trying to get an edge rusher? All these things that we're talking about in the Giants offseason. And you know, I haven't even gotten to the draft yet. But it seems Giants Twitter has been going off today about the re-signing of Levine Toilolo, our third tight end, supposedly blocking tight end. I'm going to tell you why this is a pretty good move, especially if they restructure him for like the veteran minimum or $1 million. We were going to have to get a backup tight end anyway. You know they like to keep 3 tight ends on the roster, so why not keep somebody that we already have and restructure his deal to where his cap hit is not the $2.95 million that it was. Well, if we get it down to $1 million, we still save almost $2 million against the cap, and we don't have to go out and re-sign anybody to bring it into a new system. He already knows the system, and he already knows his role. He's here to block. That's it. He's here to block. That's it. So I'm not getting why there's so much turmoil behind it. Yeah, like we brought him back for the $3 million that he was owed. No, we did not do that. They're restructuring his deal. I'm quite sure his deal's not going to be more than 1.5. 1.5 is the max I give his deal to be. That's the max I would give his deal to be. So that's actually a pretty decent move. You keep somebody that you already have that knows the system. He got better at blocking going throughout the season. So he's going to be our blocking tight end. Now, what this means for Evan Ingram, I don't know. This move here doesn't tell me that they're getting ready to move on from Evan Ingram or trade him, or trade is in the works. I hope it is, because Evan Ingram's one of those type of players, man, that just kills you. You know he has the talent. He has all the tools to be great, but he just doesn't use them. And those guys, you want to keep them around because they make a splash play every time. You just be like, man, I'm tired of this guy. And then all of a sudden he makes a one-hand catch or goes off in the game for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you're like, man, why you can't do this consistently? You should have been doing this. I'm the type of person I'm saying you got to get rid of those type players because they keep you in a loophole. They keep you in a dark loophole, man, because one minute you be like, man, I'm so tired of this guy, let's get rid of him. And then all of a sudden he just blows up, be like, well, damn, now we got to keep him because he finally did what he was supposed to do. He's showing his potential. And then he goes right back to not showing it. Then he goes right back to dropping the ball, tipping the ball in the air, getting Daniel Jones interception. So if we could get rid of that guy, third or fourth round pick, pull the trigger, man. Pull the trigger. But the Giants Twitter that's going out by Levine Toilolo, come on, man. They're not bringing him back for the $3 million that he was signed for. He's being restructured. So if he gets restructured, it's just like keeping a player on a lesser deal. Why not? I mean, it makes perfect sense. You still saving about $2 million on the cap, and you get to keep the player for blocking for Saquon Barkley this coming up season. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't. Other things. Are we going to be able to franchise? Are we going to have to franchise tag Leo before the tag deadline? If so, Giants fans, do you really want to do that? Do we really want to franchise tag Leo Williams another year, pay him about $19 million to pay about $19 million to be a 3-4 defensive end? I can't see paying $22 million for a 3-4 defensive end. I just can't see it. And I'm wondering if he could price himself out of the New York Giants price range, that he could price himself out. I'm wondering if that can actually happen. If that does happen, man, that means we're going to be going after an edge rusher, as the reports say, to replace Leonard Williams. Because we can get an edge rusher of about 10 to 15 million and save about $7 million and put it towards maybe a receiver. Who knows? And use that extra money that we get from not signing him to sign Dalvin Tomlinson back. So if we can do that, that'd be great. Also, the Kevin Zeitler situation. No, I do not want to lose Kevin Zeitler, but I do see the reasons why they would do it. Because we would save $12 million against the cap. And I'll tell you this, I'd rather use that $12 million to re-sign Dalvin Tomlinson than to keep Zeitler. We can move Shane Lemieux to the right guard. I mean, we just can't. I mean, it's tough on that one, man. It's tough on that one. Because Kevin Zeitler is our best offensive lineman. But his cap hit of $14 million is just too high. And I can see why they would want to release him and save that money and use it towards other things, like getting a receiver, or, like I said, bringing back Leo and Dalvin. I believe that's what they want to do this offseason. I believe they're going to do it. So the Kevin Zeitler situation, no, I don't want to release him, but I see the reasons why they're going to release him if he doesn't take a restructure. Same thing with Nate Solder. I want him outright released. I don't want him on the Giants this upcoming year. He's costing too much money and he hasn't performed. He opted out last year, so we already have someone playing his position. So we don't need him here in New York. Edge rusher. Can we afford a Shaquille Barrett, a Leonard Floyd? Can we afford someone like that? A premier edge rusher, Hassan Reddick, a Dupree, Matthew Judon. My favorite, Van Noy, because he knows the system already and he's already a Joe Judge guy, so he would fit in perfectly with our defense. Van Noy would. He would fit in absolutely perfect. And he would come at a discount because he just got released off a big contract. So he won't cost as much as a Reddick or a Judon or a Shaquille Barrett or Leonard Floyd or someone like that. He won't cost as much as those guys. And I believe he's a perfect fit for our defense. If we can have Williams, Tomlinson back, and Van Noy, our defensive line, our defensive front is legit. With Lorenzo Carter coming back, our defensive line is legit. So I would like to see Van Noy here in a Giants uniform this offseason. But those are some of the offseason questions that we have as New York Giants fans this offseason, man. Is getting into it. We released Cody Core. We released Tate and Mayo. I see Pulley being released soon. I see Dixon being released soon if he doesn't restructure. I see a couple more people being released coming up, and I'm gonna make a video later about the best receiver that will be available during the NFL draft this year at 11. And like I said, you might like my choice. But to Big Blue fans, this is Big Pat Sports Talk. You know, I'm gonna talk my talk when no matter anybody thought. So, till the next video, peace.